Hey everybody, it's Gordon Majak here, back with a special Saturday night edition of Timeless Pop, Rock, and Soul. And we're just going to do a short and sweet one tonight, folks. I just wanted to do a follow-up to that George Benson video from earlier today because I had another song on my mind and I wanted to get it done and uploaded tonight before I go to bed tonight. So we'll just do a quick one here, a little bit of background on the song, a quick background on the artist, and then we'll get right to the music. Now, on the George Benson video there earlier today for the Love Times Love from that great Give Me the Night album that we talked about, produced by Quincy Jones back in 1980. Well, the following year, there, 1981, is when Quincy Jones released his great solo, I guess you would say, solo album, The Dude. That was sure a classic. And two of the artists that were featured prominently on The Dude were the vocalists, Patti Austin on female vocalists, and James Ingram on a lot of the lead male vocals. Now, let's just get a quick background on these artists. The story, as you know, with James Ingram, Quincy Jones essentially discovered James Ingram when Quincy was soliciting material for his Dude album. And the legendary songwriters Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil, of course, legends in the industry and certainly well known to Quincy, sent over a demo of a song called Just Once, which happened to include the demo vocals by a certain young man named James Ingram. Well, Quincy Jones heard that demo and was knocked out not only by the song, but he said, "Who is this singer?" Not long thereafter, Quincy Jones is signing James Ingram. James Ingram is appearing on Quincy Jones's album, and the rest is history with James Ingram. What a great but all too brief career he had. Patti Austin, on the other hand, had worked with Quincy Jones for several years prior to recording with him on the Dude album. But shortly after the Dude album, just a few months later, as a matter of fact, Quincy Jones produced a new album for Patti Austin, an album called Every Home Should Have One. And this cover, which I'm going to show you here, is actually the cover for the single, but it mimics the album cover exactly. Here we have, you'll see up there in the fine print, Quincy Jones presents Patti Austin, and it is the song Baby Come to Me, the duet with James Ingram. So just to get the timeline straight there, Quincy Jones' album The Dude comes out in the spring of 1981, and it's featuring Patti Austin and James Ingram's vocals all over that album. Then about 6 or 8 months later, here comes Patti Austin's next solo album, perfectly timed, you might say, to take advantage of all the momentum created by The Dude. But here is the crazy thing about this song, and then we're going to get right into listening to this song and not too much more about James Ingram or Patti Austin. Here's the crazy thing about this song. So this album, the Patti Austin album, Every Home Should Have One, I was all over that record actually immediately when it came out there in September of 1981. I already knew it was coming out because I was playing a dance mix of a song from that album in the clubs as a club DJ. So I was waiting for that album to come out actually. The album comes out in September 1981. The single for Baby Come to Me was released in April of 1982, and it didn't go anywhere, which is just shocking to me because I was playing not only the dance tune that I told you about that had been released as a single, a song called Do You Love Me? Great 12-inch mix on that back in the day, back in the clubs there. So I was playing that, but then when the album came out and I heard this song, Baby Come to Me, I immediately started playing it almost very on a regular basis there, almost every night in the clubs as one of my slow songs. So the single gets released in April 82. Meanwhile, I'm playing it the entire time. The song doesn't go anywhere. Well, several months later, it gets picked up by General Hospital, the soap opera on ABC TV of all places. A soap opera picks up this song and it becomes the love theme of a couple characters. They re-release it again in October of 82. This is 6 to 8 months after it already stalled out on the charts the first time around, right? They re-release it, and because of the popularity of its appearance on the General Hospital soap opera, the song immediately zooms all the way up to number one there in February of 1983, a full year and a half after the release of the album. The song goes to number one on the pop chart, number one on the adult contemporary chart, and number 9 on the R&B chart. I'm not going to say too much about the great vocals of Patti Austin and James Ingram because, of course, they speak for themselves. Patti Austin, just a longtime industry legend as a session singer, and certainly deserving of some merit here for her solo, some of her solo material as well. James Ingram, as I said, tragically passed way too young here just a few years ago. But these two, their track record speaks for themselves, not only in all their various Quincy Jones-related projects, but basically just about anything that they ever put their name on. From 1982, it is Patti Austin and James Ingram, produced by Quincy Jones. Album comes out in 81, the single comes out in 82, it hits number one in 83. Go figure, but what a legendary performance this was. What a duet. Baby, come to me.
Thinking back in time when love was only in the mind, I realized ain't no second chance. You got to hold on to romance. Don't let it slide. There's a special kind of magic in the air when you find another heart that needs to share. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. And I'm oh so glad I found you. Need you every day. Gotta have your love around me, baby. Always stay. 'Cause I can't go back to living without you.
Yeah, that's Michael McDonald on those background vocals blending in there so beautifully with Patti Austin and James Ingram. Not a bad mix, huh? Maybe that's where they got that idea for that song, Yamo Be There, a few years later. I'll back it up a little bit here.
Without you.
Spending every dime to keep you talking on the line. That's how it was. And all those walks together, out in any kind of weather, just because there's a brand new way of looking at your life when you know that love is standing by your side.
Come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. And I'm oh so glad I found you. Need you every day. Gotta have your love around me, baby.
Just the usual immaculate Quincy Jones production. Holy cow. What else is new? What a classic song. And I just, I could never understand or believe for 1 second when that single came out there in early 1982 and didn't really do much on the charts. And like I said, I had been playing it in the club for months and I believed in this song and I love this song. And I was shocked when it didn't really go anywhere on the charts the first time around. Then, as I said, it gets connected to General Hospital and gets all that free exposure there in the afternoon soap opera. And the next thing you know, they're re-releasing it and it's straight to #1. And I guess I felt vindicated a little bit, as I said, considering I was about 18 months ahead of the curve on that particular song. Not that it took the brightest bulb to figure out that that should have been a huge hit. And it eventually was. The great James Ingram, wow, what a soulful brother he was. Everything he touched, damn, there is just some golden vocal performances those James Ingram albums. And Patti Austin, what can you say about Patti Austin, the consummate pro on so many of Quincy Jones' projects, and getting her chance to really shine on this one on her own project, and showing what she can do in Quincy's production. And of course, it's a Rod Temperton song, and he's Quincy's go-to guy, and all those great musicians. Just an undeniable classic song there. 1982, Patti Austin and James Ingram, Baby Come to Me. We will be back tomorrow with some more soul jazz, some more great vibes. I love that Quiet Storm kind of vibe of these songs. The soul jazz, Quiet Storm, man, all those names we had for that stuff back in the day, and that music is still sounding so good all these years later. The Quincy Jones stuff always takes me right back there, man. As soon as we were hearing George Benson's Love Times Love, I started thinking about this song and so many others that Quincy Jones had produced there. You never know, maybe we'll get to some more. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess, won't we? Hey, you guys, it's past your bedtime. Turn off that technology and get to bed. I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. These bed bugs are biting me like crazy right now.